we have the Dragon Ball Z deck with some Dragon Ball Z 4-ball gummies. Now, I found these and I thought this would be such a nice pairing. So let's put away our jokers, take a quick glance through this deck, and get ourselves into our first game of the night. Alright, my friend, if you enjoy these videos, let me know. If you have any suggestions, feel free to drop them below as well. But for now, please get yourself nice and comfy, and let's get ready for game number 1 after one more shuffle. Alright, so I am doing this video for 2 reasons, actually 3. 1, it would be a nice addition to our Candy and Solitaire series. 2, because I have grown up with Dragon Ball ever since I could form memories. And 3, I have, in case you didn't know, I have a game channel strictly dedicated to Dragon Ball videos. And with one of the newer games coming out, I am quite excited to get into that one. And if you aren't subscribed, or if you haven't checked it out yet, I would like you to see if it is something you would enjoy. And just so you know, it is very different than these types of videos. The opening screen will give you an idea right away. We'll get into that later. But first, let's get into these gummies. So, strawberry flavored 4-ball design. And this thing is packed. I've had these for about a month, at least. Actually, probably like 3 months. Oh my goodness, I was not expecting that. I was expecting cherry, like red Dragon Balls. That's just awesome. Wow. Let's get into this and begin our night of some Candy and Solitaire. That is surprisingly good. Typically, when a candy looks good, it doesn't taste that great. But these ones provide a nice, subtle strawberry with a very gummy texture, like a little extra soft, closer to a jello and gummy bear type. And if you're confused and new, we are playing by 3-card rules, where we must play 3 cards, and if we can play that one, then the previous 2. Makes it harder and more fun. But dang, I'm gonna have to try another one of those. we wanted to see. I could hear the music opening this candy. Okay, for our first game, it just looks like it wasn't in the cards tonight to win, as there's nowhere for that 4, 6, 5, Jack, or Queen. Why is Piccolo a queen, come to think of it? No plays left on the field, with triple kings, double twos, and threes, with a pair of 5s and 10s. Makes sense why we couldn't finish this one, but not a bad game. Let's see what was left unturned. Well, that's lovely so far, wouldn't you say? Triple 9s with a lot of doubles. Alright, so candy-wise, let's get into the rating, so let's disregard the fact that it's Dragon Ball and get into it. A very, very soft gummy texture. It breaks apart probably after 2 chews. Consistent, subtly sweet, strawberry flavor. If it were just like a regular candy, it would be probably like a 6 out of 10. But the fact that it is a novelty candy, Dragon Ball, it does give it some points. Because typically with novelty candies, sodas, snacks, they kinda suck. At least from my experiences. Like you like it for the packaging, but not the flavor or the contents of what's inside. But these, the fact that they are a branded candy and better than average, I think this deserves an adjusted score of a 7.5. But 6, I think, for everyone else. I prefer a firmer gummy, but the texture is satisfying in its own right. And as we get into the second one, let's get into a little bit about the game channel. So I'm trying to get to have as many people join as possible. One reason being, there are some people I've seen play this game that like to go online. And I think it'd be pretty funny to go against them and beat them. But first, to be noticed, you have to be a larger channel, in a sense. And if you're familiar with the Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3, and you watch the video, you'll know I ain't no beginner. And that it would be fun to have me versus other prominent Dragon Ball players. But I honestly enjoy just relaxing and playing through a story mode, creating challenges, and having some super high energy. It's kind of interesting, as we have triple 5s on the field. On my own, I would never get to the level of energy in the videos that I portray, but knowing that it's kind of an outlet and stress reliever for some people, I let myself get into somewhat of a hyper aggressive, delirious state of goofiness watch a video, subscribe, why don't you? Because I think it's going to be a fun ride. And be awesome if you were a part of it. So, that's it for that. And let's just enjoy the remainder of our episode. This is definitely my favorite deck of cards. If I could, I'd play with this every time I wanted to play something with a deck of cards. But I want to preserve this deck because it's just so nice all throughout. Ooh, just missed a play there. Just all the little details. In a sense, Easter eggs, but not really. Anyone who's enjoyed this show has something to like about pretty much every card, as there's nowhere for that queen, 10, or jack. Let's build to see if we can keep ourselves alive before we move on to game number 3. Okay, so we need to jump this over there, drop that 5, move that 1, and now we have an opportunity to play that queen, 7, 6, and 5, move over this king or kami. And we're gonna soon drop a as we add another win to our growing totals to 1,000. So, not too uniform yet. We recovered 10-9, and we've done better, but we've definitely done worse. Let's move on to game number 3, with I believe 1 fat stack and 1 win under our belts. Let's give it 2 more shuffles and deal out our next game. You know what? I'm just gonna leave this here. GT is underrated. I'll explain later. Oh, that's so funny how it jiggles. Perfect. Now we just need a red queen to clear up this little mess that's developing for us here. Actually, let's get that out of here. Bring you back. Perfect. Black 9 has a home. Pick up that 8. Excellent. And why not? I think that's 3 plays from our hand. So we'll just wait to play it safe. That deserves another ball. I wish you could feel the texture of these things. It's so satisfying. sense if Trunks was on a princess for the queen and Goku's a queen. Well, that's kind of funky, as I think this game wasn't meant to be. And it's time for us to do our double check, as there's nowhere for that queen. 5, 3, jack, or queen. Just a lot of plays missing on the right side. So we go into our final game of the night with 3 fat stacks and a victory. Was there anything nasty lurking beneath? And it looks like we just avoided any triplets. It would be so neat if they had one of each ball in here. Heck, even 2 balls would be good. Alright, final shuffle for our final game. If it's the Queen of Spades, it's meant to be. Same with, I think, the Queen of Hearts. No diamonds. Oh no. We got a Krillin. Anything can happen here. We could break through and shine, or this game could be an absolute bust. Or burst. A real shot to the neck. A senzu bean. Anyway, let's get into our final one with double queens. And some potential in this one. But can we unlock our hidden potential? Triple queens, so we have the 2 queens we wanted. Will they guide the way in the final game of the night? By the way, who out there has been keeping account of how many Dragon Balls have been consumed? My guess is this is the 9th one. is done. So please have yourself a relaxing remainder of yours. Many sweet dreams. And until we meet again, stay safe and eat your